Welcome to Craft with Kathie and Friday in 15. I'm going to make a project in 15 minutes and I'll be using the in this room transfer to do that and a rectangular simple shape. Hold on, we're going to move quick. Start with this little baggie that I'm going to add some colonial blue in, just a little teeny bit in here. And then I'm going to put a little spritz of water in there with it. Maybe a little bit more water. Throw in four, of course I'm going to be clumsier than normal, 4 little half beads. And just massage that around. I've never done it with this small of a amount of beads and whatever, so we'll see. But usually mixing the paste with a little bit of water thins it down enough that it's an easy way of coloring my wood beads. And I've never colored these before, and I thought they were wood, but actually, because they're not really taking the paste, I wonder if they're not plastic. I might have to scrap the colored beads. I've had these sitting around for a while, and this is kind of weird. So much for my 5 on Friday, right? Oh, they're picking it up. It's just odd. You know what? I'll throw a little bit more in here, and I have a feeling this is going to be an issue with my 5 minutes, but and try it again. It could be that they're plastic. I normally buy wood, so if they're plastic, I bought them by accident, but being that I bought them probably last year sometime, I have no idea. So let me squish these up a little bit, see if they'll take some of the color now. If not, we're going to go with plain beads. I can't even feel them in here anymore. Okay. And normally what I do is I just drop them out and let them dry. And it looks like it took it on the back side. Let me flip these babies over. No, not really the best, but we'll see. They don't have to be totally coated. I'm not real impressed with that. So much for those beads. Okay, so the project is going to be using the in this room transfer again. I absolutely love it, and I'm going to put it on a rectangular simple shape. And because it's wood, first I need to wax it. So I'm going to give it a quick waxing here. Then once I have the wax applied, I want to buff it off. And that's what I'm doing here. Just quickly buffing this off. I'm coming at you from the suburbs west of Chicago. Drop me a line and let me know where you're viewing from. I'd love to hear where you're from. It's a cool thing about going live. You can reach people all over the world in reality. It's kind of neat. Okay, so I have this buffed. And I need to grab my fuzzing cloth, which I know I should have right here. But I keep it a little ways away. And I'm going to fuzz this transfer, and I'm only going to use the top part of it. I'm going to do in this room, you matter, you have a voice, you are loved. But I'm going to fuzz the whole transfer and just apply the top portion. As you can see, I've used this like crazy already because I love it. And I know I have that other project to show, and I haven't done it yet, but I will hopefully over the weekend. I've got what I think I'm going to use to embellish it with. I just haven't done it yet. Okay, so I want to go about here, and I want to center it, which looks like about there. So I'm going to just press this down, and I really am only going to chalk up to this point. I have to be careful not to go over the edges, though. Oops. Do I have a clean squeegee? Oops, minor problem there. Oops, it's way too much paste, but there we go. So I'm just going to apply my chalk paste over my surface, being careful not to go past the area that I want chalked. I only want up to this one line or this one area, so I'm not going to go over it. And I want to make sure I keep it on the transfer and don't go off to my surface either. So I'm going to be careful with that. Just want to catch the bottom, smooth it out, catch all the bottom down here into my top. Should make sure my fingers are clean. I didn't really check that. And my paste was a little thick and I thinned it down before I started, but I'm wondering if I hit some thin spots in here because it seems like I'm getting kind of strange coverage. We'll see when I go to lift it up. So smooth it over, remove any lines, remove any excess paste. It's like, where's my lid? Here we go. I'm going to lift this off. Yep, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to quickly get my dryer over here to dry this and my little beads. Okay. I don't know if I want to put these on colored or if I want to try and give them another coat. I might just stuff them in there and put them back in the baggie and give them another coat. And really, this doesn't look like wood to me. It looks like plastic and they feel kind of plasticky. So personal preference, if you're going to be coloring your beads, go with the wood. I think it makes it just a lot easier. And now that I've totally blown my 5 minutes here, maybe I'll stick them back in the bag and see if I can get another layer of color. Might exactly be why I haven't used them. I might have remembered or realized they were plastic and not gone with them. Oh well, let's try. Anyway, this nice little rectangular simple shape can be used actually on a board and base, the base of the board and base, or it could be put in our little mini stands, or you could actually punch holes at the top and hang it. It really depends what you're looking for. Actually, these look much better. Woo! Bead on the run. Put this on high. The drying tool is not really hot here, hot heat. It's warm. It's not a heat gun that you would use for melting the powder with paper crafting. It is more direct air. It's just warm, but it's more of a focused airflow for drying. And I suppose, being that I'm going to hot glue these, I should probably dry the backs. They're not fully dry yet. I'm going to have blue fingers. What can I say? I apologize. Next time I'm going to have to do a trial run and see if I can get it done in 5 minutes. I just wanted to put them in the corners And I'm dripping glue all over the place. And this isn't quite dry, so not going to be my neatest assembly here, but I'll work with it. See if I could try and keep the hot glue off the top of the beads, right? I've got hot glue gun strings because this is taking me a little bit longer to get to than I was intending. Okay. Don't need much, just need a dab. I like coloring my beads with our chalk paste because it allows me to match the color paste that I've used for the image or for the wording perfectly. So that makes it real easy to do. I'm obviously going to have to clean that up a little bit. So I could put it in the base, from the board in the base. I have this backwards, don't I? Oops, I just put a little ribbon on the back and tied it with a knot. So it would look like this. Or like this. Or I could use our hole punch, or I could put in this little individual base. It's a little bit smaller, but the same thing. It'll hold it up. It'll stand up. Or I could use our little punch tool to punch some holes and then string some jute or whatever. I think I'm going to leave it like this for right now and decide what I'm going to do with it. And there was one other little accent that I wanted. Here we go. And I forgot about it. Let me throw some hot glue on this. I probably should have painted the star, and I did not, so. So what do you think? Nice uplifting wording. I think everyone needs to feel loved, to have a voice, and to know that they matter. Thank you for joining me. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone has an absolutely wonderful weekend. See you soon.